We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. With my partner Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from Hard Rock Stadium. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Three-yard line.
Ready? Let's go.
Here's our first carry for their running back. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4.
60 Let's go. Steady.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Miami.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Once again, it's Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 33-yard line.
Gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and What you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Run the draw with H.A. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Got it. Ready? 19 tight. 19. Dragon. Panther 11. Panther 60. Buffalo 18.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
1st and 10.
20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
19 Lions. Mustang 9. Cook 9. 779 Broncos. Cougar 19.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he's open middle of the field. It is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection. And another 1st down.
18. Warriors 70. Trap 60. Trap 60. 70 Rangers. 7. Ready.
Now a give to H.N. heading right. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the set. Ready. 19. Charger. 19.
We are through 1. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 2.
Come on. Come on. Set.
They'll look to throw. Now a screen set up for H.N. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
That's another
18 Rattlers,
Dolphins
18
first
Rattlers.
down.
No streak.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Streak, streak. Ready.
They'll run this one straight ahead with A-check. Ooh. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they need 3. He'll get this out wide. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
A gain of 12 yards.
Let's go, let's go.
That's good for a Dolphins.
19, 18, move it, 19.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Achane. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. That his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11, 12 on the season. The PAT up and good. And the Dolphins move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone, and a touchback.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Ready, ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Go.
Here's a give to Achane. Room to run at the 35. To the 45. Devon Achane. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Miami. His big game continues. His third touchdown in this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year.
21. 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. This is an RPO, and quickly they'll hit Allen. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. The RPO, that one is complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. They go for the RPO. Cannot connect. It'll bring up second down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Trap 60, 70 lying.
Back to the air once more on second down. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a Niners first down as this defense is unable to hold. Gain of 7 on that 3rd and 2.
And when you find yourself playing from behind at this stage of the game, Mike, I think this is 4 down territory if he doesn't pick that up. So they won't have to worry about it in this case, but expect the rest of this game, they've got to continue to be aggressive.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He'll drop to throw. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. And he's in. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set. Come on, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking underneath for Achane.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Set.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Get it.
Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Count 19. Buffalo. Ready. Trap 60. Warriors. Count 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this 1st half. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a gain of 16. And very quickly, a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
That is left side and taken in by Allen. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Got it. Ready. Set up. 68.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Here's Saul, the man in motion. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a give on the ground. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Left side, catch made by McConkey. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's taken in. And he's going to have the 49ers first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Let's go.
Now receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass. And he's in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
This one taken at the 7. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well.
And 12 at the 18-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
That's good for
A big-time play for the Dolphins. It's a gain of 43 yards.
38-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10.
Dragon 60. Drag. 7 Pirates. Crackle.
Throwing now from the gun. That went out wide to Achane. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of
22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Miami.
First
A lot
and
could
10
go
at the
wrong
17-yard
anytime you
line.
decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns it.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Miami. The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through. The Dolphins have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Niners first down.
49er first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and that'll be a pickup of 3.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. First down, 49ers.
San Francisco.
They'll look to throw. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Up the middle they go. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Will they bring the heat for 4th and 6? They'll run here. And he's going to have a Niners first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down.
A gain of 12. First down, 49ers.
They'll drop to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4. 2nd down, goal to go. This one caught at the 4. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
49ers 21.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
2 timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Catch made there by Allen. Now they burn the timeout. They are in that gray area. You might be able to get in 2 plays, but maybe just 1 left in this game. We'll see. Here comes 2nd down. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Giroux.